Hi, I'm Justin Hillgrove. Today I'm going to be showing you how I like to blend acrylic paints. Acrylic paints dry pretty quick, especially if you compare them to oil paints where you have a lot longer of an open time and you can blend at your leisure. So there's two basic blending techniques that I use, and I don't use one necessarily more or exclusively with or without the other. I kind of use a combination of the two. But the first is, this is kind of a wet on wet. And if you're doing a background, for example, depending on how big it is, you can, if it's not that big, you can get away with this. But usually when you're looking at the sky, it's not going to be just a solid color. The sky is just an example, but you can do this for any kind of gradient. Just making sure both colors are wet and actually doing your mixing right on the canvas allows you to create a nice wet on wet blend that goes from light to dark. Throw a bunch of white down there on the bottom. And so that's, a lot of times that's how I do my skies. I can even throw in some extra color, like a little bit of Naples yellow or something in there, just to add a little color. Throw just a little bit of, oh, well, that sucked. That's all right, we'll just cover that up like this. You can see it's already starting to get too dry to do a good wet blend. But there you have a basic wet on wet blend. So now we have a piece of illustration board that I've prepped ahead of time just with basically a solid blue, because I'm going to do a dry, a wet on dry blend. For this I use the Golden Acrylic Glazing Liquid. There's gloss and semi-gloss and matte, but I usually use gloss just because it's a little thinner and a little smoother for me. I'm just going to get some of my glazing medium there, just a generous amount, and get the color I'm going to be blending, which will go from a dark blue to a light blue again. And I grab a lot of this. And what the glazing liquid allows me to do is blend basically from a blend to transparent. So I can just keep grabbing the colors that I want to add. In this case, it's just, again, white to a darker blue. I don't worry about making it too smooth. But then I can do the same thing on the top. Take a dark blue, grab my glazing liquid again, and work my way back down. And this was all on top of basically a solid blue, like you saw. The benefit to this is, of course, you don't have to work as fast, because you can always just keep adding more glazing liquid. The trick is, though, once the glazing liquid starts to dry, you don't want to hit over the top of it again until it's completely dry. And here I'll add a little bit of another color in there again, a little bit of yellow. The wet on wet, you have to work fairly fast. You don't have a lot of time to mess around. The benefit to the dry, the wet on dry, is that you have time to place your color, your base color, in the places you need to, especially if you're trying to go around something that you've already painted and that part's already done. The other benefit to the wet on dry is that you can keep doing it, and you can use that on top of the wet on wet as well. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to be putting out one of these videos pretty regularly, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we've also placed some affiliate links below, so for some of the products we talked about. So if you want to click on those at no extra charge to you, we get a tiny commission off that. If you want to see more about my art, check me out at impsandmonsters.com. Again, I'm Justin Hillgrove, and thanks for tuning in.